Hello everybody, it's Michaela at Hooked in a Flash. If you'd like to find me, you can do so at on Instagram, it's Hooked in a Flash, Facebook Hooked in a Flash Crochet, and then I also have my Etsy page, which is Hooked in a Flash as well. I do need to do a shout out to Ivory. Hi Ivory, I love you. And I don't know why my face is so red. I have not been outside. This is not a sunburn. I don't know why it's red, but we're gonna deal with it. I do have a lot to show you guys though today, so I will just pop into it. And if you hear background noise, I set my kids up with a project, and they are supposed to be quiet. Obviously I can hear them. They are not being quiet, so sorry guys. My first setup is I did finish some hair ties. I've had these partially finished for a while. I've just really felt like I really need to get my projects that are partially done or ones that I have been not started, but I've set aside knowing that I need to do this project. So that's what I've been doing right now. I want everything caught up and out so that I can just, I don't know, I just feel like I need to be fresh right now. So that's that. My next one is, this was a, those were almost done. I just really needed to put the elastic in them. So that wasn't a big situation, but this was start to finish. It's just a little, it's from the Top This hats. We've done several of these for the kids. My son has a owl one, and originally he wanted a hat, but he decided that since he already has the owl hat, he wanted a raccoon scarf. So we went ahead and did this. This is just tied on in a bow on the end so it stays all together, but he's super excited about it. I was going to do a more crazy pattern, you know, to make it funner, but he actually just really likes the texture of the garter stitch, so it's his thing, so he can have it however he wants. So we got, excuse me, garter stitch. Next is, I made this hat. This yarn is at Michael's. Now because of this whole thing, I'm not one that's up in current events with all the yarns and stuff like that. I'm usually last to know, honestly, even though I use a lot of yarn. I'm not one to really be in the middle of all the yarn expertise and stuff like that, except for like I like to watch Bag a Day Crochet and Ross from Smells Like Yarn. Those are my two favorites that I like to watch. Those guys do reviews a lot of newer yarns, so that's usually where I will find any of my new yarns that I'm interested in or anything like that. But this one went without notice until I went to Michael's the other day. It's Craft Smart Value, and this is colorway Bluebell. They do have, I don't know if they have others. I meant to check before this came on, but I totally forgot. Sorry, guys. I did see four colors total that did this as self-patterning. This yarn had, it was $3.50, and that's normal, $3.49. That is normal price on this, and it has, I think it was 328 yards. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, sorry, wrong ball that I was thinking. This says 215 yards. It's 120 grams. It is 100% acrylic, and it is machine wash cold, tumble dry low. Use a 5.5 or 5.5 millimeter on either knitting or crochet. I like this. This is enough yarn, so I weighed it out. This is exactly 50 grams for my adult size hat that I do. It's just a standard adult size hat. You can get 2 adult size hats out of this, and then I think you can get out an infant hat as well out of that. I don't know if the pattern is going to work out with the infant hat being so much smaller, so it might be a little bit different on that one, but you can definitely get 2 adult size hats out of that for sure. My next thing is I did finish the socks, and I do definitely, I love these socks. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I love the yarn that I used, but as you can see, I did a lot of lace work, and you can't really, it doesn't really show up for you guys. You can see it better in person. You can see all the work, but you can't really see it, and the camera just doesn't pick it up very well. The other thing that was different about this sock than my other socks is I did a heel flap and gusset. That's my first time doing that, and the fit is fine. There's nothing, so you can see it. Boop, heel flap and gusset. Fits fine. I can see why people would definitely like the heel flap and gusset, because it fits over the heel really nicely. I can tell that it would be very customizable, whereas the short rows are less customizable, because you only just, you just go with how many stitches you have on your hook, you know what I mean? So this is more customizable because you can make the length longer. Say you have a larger heel or something like that, or if you have a foot that's wider across the top, or like thicker at the top, this makes a wider area for all of that. But for me personally, this will not be my go-to heel, even though it does fit nicer than the other heels that I've made, other than my Afterthought heel. My Afterthought heel is my favorite. That one fits the best for me, and it's the easiest and the quickest for me to do. So that's the one that's my go-to. This one will not be a go-to for me unless I'm making it for someone that specifically needs it, only because it is so tedious. Like the short row heel, you have your stitches across. I'm sure if you guys are watching this, you probably know how to knit and you know this, but I'm going to go with it anyways. You go with your stitches across and you go back and forth, leaving some of your stitches unworked until you've made a triangle, essentially. The top will not be pointed though, it'll be flat, and then you just work back up, so it makes this type of thing for you. It's super simple. You can tell where you need to switch or turn. It's very, you just split it into thirds, your heel. So if you have, if you have like 18 on there, you would split it, 6 on each one. So 6 on this side, 6 on the top, 6 on this side. And the Afterthought heel, you just decrease every other round on there, and you're good. And that one also goes into thirds as best as it can. This one though, you do your cuff and leg. This is the leg up until here, and then you stop and you go back and forth until you have this. Now this goes down until the bottom of your foot. Then you'll do this heel turn. This is all one piece, so this is just one piece right here. And then after you do that, you go back here, you pick up all of these stitches on each side, and then so now you're back in the round, and every other row you decrease so that you have this down. So this area here is much wider than down here. It's just tedious for me because I just want to get it done quick and go on about my way. I like the simplicity of just knitting for my socks. You know, it's kind of a mindless knit. It's one that I like to bring when I'm traveling and stuff like that. And I can do my my short row heels while traveling and stuff like that. It's easy enough for me. You don't really have to pay attention. This one you really do, and it's just not for me. Not a bad heel though. Please don't think I'm trying to say that. It's just not for me personally. So that is the socks. I'm sorry. Those other ones have no pattern. This is Destination Unknown by something monkey. Dang it. Sorry, guys. I don't remember what it is. It's Destination Unknown. It's a mystery knit along. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Shoot, it's something monkey. Ugh, I'm sorry, guys. I had it before I started recording. But that's what that pattern is. Good pattern. I use the smaller size, and these end up being more of like a house sock for me rather than being able to actually wear them out because they are slightly baggy for me. They stay up, they're fine staying up, but they're not tight enough that I could put them in shoes and feel comfortable in them for me. They go in size count around 64 and then 72, which would be for a bigger foot and leg. So, but otherwise I definitely like the pattern. I will probably, that's one that I would do again if I get around to it. I would do it again. Definitely do it in a solid color. But yes. But enough ranting about that. My next thing is my daughter's birthday is coming up, and she really loves my shirt that I made that I showed you guys a couple times back. And she asked me to make her a shirt. I was being lazy. I did not want to figure out what it would be less to make the exact same shirt for her, look the same. So I just went with just a standard raglan shirt. This is what you would use for a sweater, you know, any sort of standard thing. The difference with this one is I did do bottom up this time, which I've never done before, just because it was new and I wanted to try it out. So this is Mandala Sparkle, or Mandala, however you guys pronounce it, in colorway Hercules. I obviously ran out of that. I don't know what color this is or what brand it is. It's just a random sparkle yarn that was the same weight that I found in there. And then this top was, I ran out of the white and it's not even sparkly. It's just some random acrylic yarn that I had that is actually one size small. It's a DK weight instead of the 3/4 weight. It's like a light 4 weight, the sparkle yarn is. So this is a DK weight because when I put this on, she wanted it wide on her. She doesn't like a tight up one like this. But when I made this earlier, it kind of just hung off of her shoulders a little bit, but it should be sitting here. So I went down 2 sizes and got some smaller thread and stuff. Fits are perfect. I have pictures up on Instagram if you guys would like to see it. I've been really bad about posting pictures on my Facebook page. I'm sorry if anyone is exclusively on the Facebook page. I don't go on Facebook ever. I just have my business pages on Facebook. Excuse me. So I don't go on there very much, and I'm really sorry. If you guys want a more up-to-date pictures of what I am doing, Instagram has been easier and better for me. So, but there is this. She likes it. It was kind of different and fun to do the bottom up, just for something new to do. I wouldn't do it for myself because I have much larger hips than I do a top, and I find that it is easier for me to size it the way that I want it to fit me, going top down. Yeah, I feel like that's a more customizable way to do it. That's for socks as well. For me personally, I think that socks bottom toe up are easier to customize and make a better fit, but that's just for me. So yes, that is done. The next things that I have is what I am working on right now. So this yarn I picked up at, like I said, Michael's for $3.49. This yarn I picked up at Michael's as well. It's called Coastal Cotton, and I'm so upset that I missed out on this yarn. I love the look that this yarn is giving. I would love a sweater in this. It's really, really soft yarn. I really love the halo effect. I don't know if you guys can really see, but maybe see, it's kind of fluffy, like fuzzy. It's so nice. I really love this yarn a lot, and I'm really sad that I missed out on it. This did not, it was in the clearance section, of course, and it didn't have a tag on it. I know it's Coastal Cotton, but I do not know the colorway on this, but I'm making a toy out of this. I will discuss that after my daughter's birthday, just in case she watches this, but she knows I'm making something, but she doesn't know what it is. Anyway, very, very nice yarn to work with. I really, really love it. Normally, if I was doing, normally when I make toys, I do crochet. I just prefer to make toys out of crochet rather than knit, but I am a very tight crocheter, and it wears out my arms and my hands faster, mostly my shoulders, faster than knitting. So right now I cannot crochet. I am doing better, but I'm just not there yet. So I am knitting it this time, which is fine. So that is what I'm working on. After that is done, my next thing that I'm going to try and work on, and I really want to push through this and try and get it like done, like have this be a main project that I work on, is the Lars and the Real Girl blanket. Originally this is like a baby blanket type thing, or like a little lap blanket, but I am doing it, it gives you the multiples that you need. So I'm doing a large one. It should fit a twin size bed, no problem. I didn't really measure it out exactly, but just looking at it, it should fit that. But I really want to work on this and make this my main project. Obviously I haven't made it very far with it, but it's been sitting for a while and I really love it. I'm happy with it. I enjoy the knit when I'm working on it, so that's something that I want to complete. But that'll be after my toy that I make. That's going to be my next thing that I work on, hopefully, unless I get distracted, which is easily done. So what have I brought in? I do have the Coastal Cotton. I bought the Value Craft Smart yarn, and then I purchased this Premier Home cotton. This is 96 yards. It's 85% cotton, 15% polyester, and it is machine wash, tumble dry low. It was like, I don't remember, like 49 cents or something after everything was done. I just picked it up because it was pretty. I like making, obviously you've seen, I like making hair ties, and I thought this would be cute hair ties. So I'm going to make up hair ties with this. And then I just went back this morning because I found out that originally I went to Michael's because I was purchasing, I was going to see if they had any more of the white sparkle yarn to finish off my daughter's sweater or shirt, whatever you want to call it. And I purchased those because I noticed they were in the clearance section. Well, my friend went a little bit later and she found out that a lot of the yarn is on clearance, not just what's in the clearance section. So coming to me, she purchased some of the, actually I think she purchased the rest of the Patent Croix sock yarn that was there, that she got for me. I'm going to meet up with her and get that eventually, hopefully soon. Not that I really need it. I've got so much sock yarn, but you know, it's my thing. I like getting the sock yarn. But she has that, and it was on sale for like $2.97, I think it was. And then when I went back, they had, this is Lion Brand Sockies. It is 75% wool, 25% nylon. They did have other colors in this, but I decided just to pick up the two solid ones that they have, because I have literally right now, without the socks counted, not the sock yarn that she's got, I have enough yarn, I've calculated, to make 64 pairs of socks. And so I don't need it, but all of that yarn except for 1, 2, 3, I'm looking at, I think 3 skeins, is all patterned or very variegated sock yarn. So I wanted some solid to go in there for heels and toes and stuff like that. And this was $3.49. I mean, no, I'm sorry, $3.97. So how can you not? They're 100 grams each. So that's a good one for that. My son and daughter are both into finger knitting and stuff like that. This was $3.97. So they went ahead and picked this up. My son wanted a monkey out of it. Very monkey colors. And then the last one was, I decided to pick up this DK Joy. I almost didn't see it. It was just in the very back. They have a bunch of this on clearance, but it was all colored, and I wasn't really impressed with the color. And then just like out of the corner of my son's eye, he actually seen it and liked this green. It's very beautiful green. This was $2.97. So I picked up both yarns, both skeins that they had. I don't have a lot of, if any, DK weight yarn, so I thought I'd pick it up. This is 273 yards, 100 grams, and it is machine wash warm, tumble dry low. It's 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It's soft. I haven't used this before, but it's Lips and Threads. Yeah, I absolutely hate how they are wrapping these up. Like, why? This looks disgusting. And I thought, okay, maybe one got messed up. No, they're all like this. They're all in this gross, disgusting, haphazard ball, and I hate it. But I picked it up. Sorry, my kids are running through now. But that is all that I have to show you guys. I say all, but that's actually a lot of stuff. I did a lot of work since last week. But I had a lot of fun. I'm really glad that I'm really glad that I'm able to knit and kind of do my stuff again. I'm still reading the Agatha Christie book that I had last time. I'm a little over halfway with that. And that's about it. That's all I'm doing. I do have knit night, virtual knit night tonight, and then I'm also doing a painting party with my friends tonight as well. So that's also virtual. But that's all that's happening with me. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.